Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here. And yeah, I got a double feature for you tonight. We got The Ring 2. And Bishop Dogtown Man asked me to review The Tall Man. So, let's jump right into it. Let's start off with The Ring 2, 2005. Takes place, I don't know, maybe it's a few months after the first one. Couldn't be that long, I wouldn't think. It'd be longer than that. It don't matter. Anyways, Naomi Watts and her son move. They're trying to escape, you know, they made copies and killed other people, so now they're moving on to a small town. Well, what happens is the curse follows them to that town. And of course, when the curse reaches them, Naomi Watts, you know, tries to put an end to it, shatters the tape or whatever. However, Samara busts out and tries to take control of her son's soul or possess him or whatever. Alright, so when I watched the first Ring, like, it literally scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm not even ashamed to admit that. It was one of the scariest movies I've ever watched at the time. You know, since then, you know, because I mean, I was 18, 17, 18. So, yeah. Thought it was one of the scariest things I've ever seen at the time. And for the next couple of years, I would watch it off and on. And still, I was like, this is a frightening fucking movie right here. Well, when was The Ring 1? That was 2001, wasn't it? Alright, so yeah, I was 16. You know, it don't even fucking matter. Anyways, it was one of the freakiest movies ever. So when I heard they was doing a part 2, super pumped. Now you gotta realize at this point, I have never seen any of the Ringu movies. I've never seen any of the Japanese films like that, so I'm familiar with the American Ring at this time, and that was it. So when I heard anything part 2, pumped. Went out, I remember I bought the DVD, The Ring, and it came with, because I bought it right before 2 came out, and it came with a special edition, or special disc, entitled Rings. And it was a short film, and it was supposed to be a, like, a bridge between part 1 and part 2, that's all it was. And I watched Rings. It was fucking awesome. Like, it was scary, it was good, like, it was just everything you would want in this little, you know, and I was like, oh, dude, part 2 is going to be fucking awesome. For whatever reason, and I don't remember now why, I didn't get a chance to see part 2 in the theaters. Whatever happened. But as soon as it came out on DVD, blind buy, I paid $19.95 for this bad boy. In fact, it was a 2-pack. Like, it wasn't a 2-disc, it was a 2-pack where they just put 2 fucking DVDs together and they wrapped them all up. And all the other one was the Walmart exclusive Ring 2 bonus disc, and it just had a bunch of, you know, material on it. Including Rings, which I already had on my other fucking, you know, thing. But whatever. So, I buy it, I'm excited and everything, and I'm ripping it open. I'm like, alright, here we go, throw it in. And I'm on the edge of my seat starting off. Movie hadn't even started yet. Just DreamWorks and the kid on the moon with his fishing pole for some reason. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, here we go. Oh, this is going to be some scary shit. And literally, we start off with the, you know, if you've seen Rings, we start off with those 2 kids from that movie. I'm like, alright, here we go. Okay, we're picking right up. And decent opening. Wasn't scary. Didn't have the same impact as the original Ring. But I was like, alright, you know, it's okay. It's a sequel, you know, it can't be, you know, it ain't gonna live to expectation, but it'll still deliver, you know. And it just went downhill from there. It just went downhill from there. The one thing that really bugged me more than anything else was, like, there was no rules in this universe anymore. Initially, you watch the tape. You're cursed. You are fucked for 7 days unless you break the curse. And unless you get free yourself of the curse, which is you have to make a copy of the tape and then show someone else that copy, and then you're done. You're walking away, and that was the rules. They established it in part 1, and they even carried it on with the little mini movie Rings. And here, like, she breaks away and just like, nope, Samara now can do whatever she wants. She's not bound by any kind of supernatural law. She'll just pop up wherever and show. And it's just like, what? It made no sense. I guess you destroyed the tape. And is that what they're saying? Was Samara's soul in a copy VHS? Because I would think multiple people have seen it. Multiple people have made multiple copies. this thing was like a virus spreading out there. But somehow her soul was trapped in the one tape that Naomi watched. No, that's retarded. Just like this movie. I literally watched this back in '05 when I bought it. And have never opened it since. This is the first time I've watched this movie since then. Is it as horrible as I remember it? It's not nearly as bad. Like, if you would have asked me a week ago what I thought about it, I would just take a big shit on it. Probably just shit in a DVD and then close it back up and put it up for another, 20-something years or whatever. No, it's not nearly as bad as that, but it still isn't good. By any stretch. What is with the deer scene? That is the most retarded fucking scene. There is nothing. There's no justification for that scene at all. Her and her son driving, and then a deer jumps out in front of them. She has to slam the brakes on. And I remember the deer being worse looking than they were. They didn't look too bad. They didn't look that good either. But anyway, they're looking at the deer. And the whole time the kid's just like, just drive. Just drive. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, at this point, when you... Like, it's not like they've never experienced anything weird ever before. In fact, she knows at this point that Samara's fucking with her. She knows at this point... Her and Aiden both do. I mean, even though he's kind of possessed at this point, they both, should be like, okay, we are now being haunted by this little girl from the videotape. She has experienced animals freaking out before. A horse tried to run her down on a fucking ferry last time. Alright? So, the fact that her son, who somehow just has, like, knowledge of this, whatever, is like, just go, I'd be like, yeah, you're right, I should probably drive. But she doesn't. She sits there, and then, like, the deers gangbang her car, and you're just like, what? And the whole time, then after like, they're like freaking out, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Animals can sense that weird whatever, so they're trying to attack it. It's like the Omen, right? But then, after they attack the car, they just kind of stopped. You get the scene where little Aiden, who's possessed by Samara, is just looking at the deer. So it went from like, I'm violently going to open this car up and fuck you up to, we'll chill. And then they just drive, it's the weirdest fucking scene. Like, the whole movie is just full of shit like that, where it's just like, I don't know, it was just like, it's just random weirdness. I don't know, I can't get into this movie. I've tried. And the thing is, even watching a movie a second time, I've done it before where I thought a movie sucked fucking cock. And then I'll watch it the second time around, and I'll be like, well, this movie sucks cock, so my expectations are down here. And then I'll watch it, I'm like, well... Second time around was a little better. This one didn't really get much better. There were certain things I could point out that were decent. There were the scene where, he's taking the pictures. I can't remember if he's taking a picture, like doing selfies, or if he's looking into a mirror, but she's getting closer. That was kind of cool. That's really it. I don't know. I didn't care for this movie at all. It wasn't nearly scary. There's so many different ways they could have went with it. And they just didn't go for any of it. Like, I don't know. And there's the guy who directed the original Ringu. He's like, I'll do it. I'll show up. And I guess he thought, like, the dude who did The Grudge came to America and did The Grudge. Or I guess they did it over there. But anyways, what I mean. He did the American remake and did good at that. And he's like, well, I can do that. And no, you couldn't, dude. You couldn't do it at all. But, I think there's something more here. Because I haven't seen much beyond... I think I got the first... I got like a Ringu box set or whatever, but it has like, because there's 2 part 2s in Japan, because they did like Razin, which was like the novel sequel to Ringu, but for some reason like it got kind of weird. And actually, I like the storyline of that one the best, but it did not play well with the audience. So they're like, nope, that never happened. But here's Ringu 2, and it was okay. It was still kind of weird, but it was better than this. And then like here in America, we're like, no, we got Ring 2, and just complete dog shit. I don't know. It didn't have the same atmosphere as the previous movie. And who fucking directed the first one? Gore Verbesky, fucking Pirate Caribbean dude. Like, he just had an eye in that first one. That first one it was fucking dreary and dreadful the entire movie. Like, you just felt miserable watching that movie. You're just like, dude, some shit's going down at any second. And this movie didn't have that feeling at all. And maybe they can argue that, well, we weren't going for that feeling. Well, maybe you should went for that feeling, because that would have been the way to go. I don't know. Ring 2, I don't recommend. There's a different girl I think Donovan Chase was the girl in the first one. I don't know who the fuck the girl is in this one. You could tell it's someone different. There's nothing creepy about this one. And even like the jump scares, like that's the thing. Like whenever I remember the first time I watched it, thinking like, well, this one didn't really have the atmosphere. But I'm sure I even thought, I'm like, well, jump scares will definitely get me. And then like they don't. Like she just kind of pops up in random places, and you're still just kind of like, no, not scary at all. You watch Rings, which was a great concept. They should have stretched that out to be the sequel. A group of kids. Don't get me wrong, I think Naomi Watts is a great actress. That boy did good in the first one. He did okay in this one. It's not really his fault the script sucked. But I would have been okay if they would just abandon them completely. If we get a better script down the road, bring them back. But get rid of it. And just focus on the high school kids who have like this cult where they dare each other to see who can go the furthest. And then of course they could have stretched that out. And it would have been so much better. Instead we get this dog shit right here. Yeah, there ain't much I can say beyond that. It was just kind of a didn't care for it. The final scene is a decent scene by itself. Like if you're just like, hey Phantom, here, watch this 2-minute clip of Naomi Watts trying to escape a well. Even though like you can make the argument it's in a dream world maybe, but like she should have got caught like 30 times. Like every time she's climbing up, she's like right here, like she's this close to the top, and then you just see Samara like fucking fast forwarding up, and you're like, well, she don't get caught, and then it just like cuts back to Samara, and she's like further down, still going fast though, and you're just like, how have you not caught her yet? Like seriously. But that scene by itself isn't bad. But once again, in context with the movie, it just makes no sense really. I don't know. Ring 2, I am not a fan of. I guess I would only recommend it if you're just like, I'm going to watch some bad sequels. Let's watch The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. So I don't even want to throw Damien, The Omen 2 in there, because I actually like that one. That movie grew on me over the years. So I'm not going to just double feature this and The Exorcist 2, The Heretic, and there you go. You got a craptacular double feature there. Ooh. Got little thunderstorms coming. But yeah, no, wasn't big on it. This was not big on it at all. So, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you're just as disappointed as I was. Because it took them, what was that, 05? So it's like 11 years, and they still don't have part 3 yet because that one sucked so hard. Like, that killed the franchise. That movie killed the fucking franchise right there, so there you go. Although they are supposed to be making a third one soon, and it's actually called Rings as well, so hopefully they just say, fuck it, we're going to do that short and stretch it out, and that never happened. They're going to tell you that, very beginning, directors are going to come out, break the fourth wall, and be like, guys, listen, we fucked up. This should never happen, and they, ceremoniously burn this. They destroy this, and that shitty knockoff Samara pops out of that DVD, and they shoot her in the head, and they're like, okay, guys, here's what really happened, and we cut to the new movie. I'd be okay with that. Would not bother me one bit. So, alright, so now we're going on to The Tall Man, 2012. And like I said, Mr. Dog Tall Man requested this one. I checked it out. And I can't, this is a new one. I don't want to give too much away. But it's also going to very much hinder my fucking review. So I'm going to try to tread on this as easily as possible. The basic premise starting off, like if you watch the trailer and watch the first 2 minutes of it, this is the plot, but then it takes a completely different turn midway through. It's a small town, and it starts off, it has a very Stephen King's It feel to it, at least for me. It's a small town, kids are disappearing, and it's like the parents are terrified. Like they know, something's going on. These kids are disappearing and everything. And it's like there's even an FBI agent that's there in town who can't, he can't figure out what's going on. And of course, the legend is that there is the tall man who is, coming to town and taking these kids. The tall man, to me, anyways, seems like a very Slender Man type cat. Like he's not cat, you know what I mean. He had a very Slender Man kind of quality to the story behind, the tall man. And Jessica Biel plays, she's a mother and her kid gets kidnapped. That's the best I can tell you without giving anything away. I urge you to check this out. Now, stick with it. Now, it's directed by the guy who directed Martyrs. And now, I've never seen the original Martyrs. I know I'm a piece of shit. I'm a fucking poser. I realize that. I need to see it. But I've seen the remake, and I hear they're pretty similar. And I can see already the style of writing. Because, like, in Martyrs, it twists a lot. Like, you're just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you got something going on here, and then what you think's happening is completely different over here. And then it kind of turns back on itself again, you know, in the third act or whatever. And that's what you got here. Like, I don't know. Like, and what happened was with me personally watching this movie, like, I was sucked in immediately. Because, like I said, it had that it quality. You know, kids going missing, small town scared. I like that. Like, I was like, oh shit. When the kid gets kidnapped, see, I don't want to say too much about. It kind of lost its supernatural quality to me, because that's why I assumed it was like a Slender Man thing, and so I was kind of like, what the fuck? But when that first twist is revealed, when you see that it ain't quite what it seems, I was like, holy shit, I'm back in. And it comes to the point, like, you're thinking, could it be supernatural? Is there a tall man that's, you know, because at first you're like, no, there's clearly not, but then you're like, oh shit, maybe there is. And you don't know until the end, and I will say, honestly, the final, like the end, like the final revelation, the final, here's what it was all about the whole time, it doesn't quite live up to that. The journey there, fucking solid. When you find out what it's all about, you're kind of like, oh. And it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Because I really enjoyed it. In fact, I'm giving The Tall Man a thumb up. 2 thumbs up. But I will say, and I'll definitely want to watch it again at some point down the road. Because now that you know the twists and everything, you'll watch it, you know. It doesn't really feel like a horror movie. Like, it is set up to be a horror movie. It has the structure of a horror movie. It has the atmosphere of a horror movie. And then you realize when you get to the final reel, you're like, oh, this wasn't really a horror movie at all. Like, this is more drama thriller, I guess? I don't know. It's hard to really, you know, explain it without, like I said, giving too much away. But I did enjoy it. This will not be for everybody, though. I can tell you right now. I think some people will probably lose patience with the multiple twists, because you do have to pay attention. If you're not paying attention, you're fucked right off the bat. You gotta pay attention to what's going on. And then, I think when people do get to the end, people are like, what? That's the ending? Fuck this movie. So, this will not be for everybody. But I would recommend this before I would this. Just saying. I would recommend The Tall Man before I would this. So, Mr. Dogtown Man, thank you very much for telling me about this movie. I appreciate it. I liked it. Overall, thumbs up. Like I said, I won't deny that the ending doesn't quite live up to the build-up. But it wasn't bad either. Like, I was surprised, and I was like, okay, I'm in. So, yeah, recommend it. So, guys, that's all I got. Ring Tube, Tall Man. That's it. I'm going to release a book where it's just, like, the Phantom reviews your movies, and then, like, it's just going to be a big, thick book, but it's going to be pictures. So you get to, you know, it'll be like, aliens, and it'll be doing this. And then it'll be like, you know, When a Stranger Calls remake, and my dick's gonna be out like this. That's gonna be my review book. Just pictures of me. So, anyways, that's it. Guys, have a great weekend. We got a storm coming, so I love that shit. So I'm all about that. So I'm gonna enjoy the storm. So, guys, that's all I got. Till next time.